So this morning, I want us to examine how to close people down. I want us to examine how to close people down when people see our business. What do we say to them, right? When people see our business, what do we say to them? How do we close people down? Right now, many of us are using the webinars for our presentation. How do you close people? How do you handle them? I'm going to give you a very simple strategy, and I also send out the script, how you handle your people you know, right? We send them the webinar. So when you send somebody or the link, the person joins the webinar, you've invited the person has joined the webinar, what do you want to do? One of the first things you want to do when you start your close down, right? Especially when you're doing it over the phone, is to remind the person what they saw in the presentation. Is to remind the person what they saw in the presentation. So I want us to pay attention. I want everybody to pay attention, right? Because what I'm telling you here now are things that, these are things that I've done from experience. One of the first things you want to do, you send somebody the presentation video, the webinar, the person registers for the webinar. This is all I'm going to talk about today. So I want you guys to listen and learn and understand and go and implement. So I'm going to show you how you follow up on people my way, right? And it works. Give me a second, please. Okay, so you have shown somebody the business, invited somebody to the webinar. You have sent the person the webinar link. The person has attended the webinar, right? Or you don't know whether the person has attended the webinar. You call the person. You call the person. What do? Mr. John, or whatever his name is, Mr. John or Mr. Prospect. You recently attended the webinar. You were invited to attend the webinar. You were invited to attend the webinar that I held yesterday by so and so time, right? Or if it's your personal somebody you're calling, you say, okay, John, how are you doing? I invited you to a webinar. Did you yesterday, blah, 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 right? During that meeting, they show people, the organization show people like us, alternative ways we can raise money to start a business or fund businesses or projects without taking loans from anyone and without any form of collateral, using their cash flow strategies for 2024 or using their deep leverage strategies for 2024. They also show people a system of raising extra 300,000 naira to 500,000 naira monthly under mentorship in 2024. I was so thrilled at the possibilities, and I sent that link for you so that you too could sign into the system, into the webinar. Did you attend the webinar? Did you attend the webinar? Did you attend the presentation? Right? Did you attend the presentation? Now, there are two things that can happen: a positive reaction or a negative reaction. So if he has attended the presentation, it's going to be either positive or negative. You first of all called him and you are asking him a very simple question. I'm showing you how anybody can close, right? At least do the initial close down with the people. John, how are you? John says, fine. John, I sent you a link to attend the webinar yesterday where they show people alternative ways of raising funds to start businesses or projects without taking loans, without taking collateral. Did you attend the webinar, right? Where they show them deep leverage strategies, cash flow strategies for 2024. Did you attend the webinar? If he says no, you will say either no or yes. If he says he has attended the webinar, what do? You continue. If he says he has not attended the webinar, I'll come to that. But if he says he attended the webinar, what do, Mr. Prospect or Mr. John? What do you like best about this cash flow model? Let me tell you guys something. The way to get people to join you or buy from you is by letting them sell themselves, asking the right questions. What do you like best about this cash flow model? Because right now, many people are attending the webinar, but if you are not following up on them, they will not join. And if you can't sign people up, you cannot become an active partner. You cannot become a Kingsman. And we're telling you that what we need to do is to get people to rise up the ranks. By the time we are done today, the assignment will be for each of us to use these strategies and go follow up on our people. And then during the supercell meeting on Monday, we are going to review what we did. People are going to review and tell us how they did this, what they did. I'll also post this thing out today. So, Mr. Prospect, what do you like about this cash flow model? Ask him. Once you ask, keep quiet. You don't say, what do you like about this cash flow model? Because you know it can pay you $1 million monthly. You know this one can happen. You travel the world. This one will happen. No. Mr. Prospect, what do you like about this cash flow model? Keep quiet. John, what do you like about this cash flow model? Keep quiet. Even if the person is your friend, John, listen. What do you like about this cash flow model? Keep quiet. Let him talk. If he says good things or bad things or whatever he's saying, let him finish speaking. Do not argue with him, right? So let us assume he says something nice. I like the money, I like the business, I like the package, I like the way everything is structured. What do you do next? That is amazing. That's amazing, Mr. John. Mr. Prospect, that is amazing. I knew you were someone who pays attention to details and spots opportunities. Imagine you tell that to your friend. He says something nice. Guy, you too much. Even in broken English, you can say, man, I know say you be somebody who know things define. I know say you be person where they pay attention, where they spot opportunities. I know you are someone who pays attention to details and spot opportunities. What do you do next, Mr. Prospect? I have decided to submit to mentorship and learn this system for the next 12 months and learn this system. Because this is basically you talking to somebody you know. What you want to do is to sell the vision to them. Once he tells you something nice, what do you do? Mr. John, I've decided to submit to mentorship and learn this system very, very well for the next 12 months. I've decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. Telling him what you're doing. Because he knows that for the last 10 years, 20 years, you have not transformed your life. I've decided to use this system to break out of my cash flow challenges in the next 12 months. 3 things you told him I decided to do. 1, I've decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. I've decided to use this system. So the first one, Mr. Prospect, I have decided to submit to mentorship for the next 12 months and learn this system very well. I told him that. So you brought up the issue of mentorship. You brought up the issue of the fact that you're not the expert, but you're going to maintain yourself. Because with this kind of line, they will not ask you how much have you made. They will not ask you all those useless questions. They will not use you as yardstick. I have decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. I've decided to transform my life. It's my decision. Next one, I have decided to use this system to break out of my cash flow challenges in the next 12 months. What did you tell them there? What you told them there is that you have cash flow challenges, but you're going to break it, and it's not a one-day thing. It's not a 2 days thing. It's a 12-month plan. Over the next 12 months, I will break out of my cash flow challenges. Next, you continue. I know both of us can really make use of extra cash in 2024. What are you telling him? By this statement, you're telling him, guy, forget your pride. I know you. Me and you know ourselves very well, right? You and I will know ourselves very well. I know both of us can really make use of this extra cash flow, make use of extra cash flow in 2024. So his pride is not going to, you are really taking care of his pride. You're really letting him know, guy, I know you too. You know me, I know you. Now we know, say we need this money well, right? What do you do next? If you join me, we can do it together. If you join me, 2 of us can do this thing together. If you don't join me, I will still do it nonetheless, right? Why don't you join me and give it a try for 12 months and let us create a miracle together? What are the next steps towards getting you started right away? You're done. What are the next steps towards getting you started right away? I will take you through this whole thing again. It's a very simple script. It's a very simple strategy. Even if you are calling somebody who is not an expert, even if you are not an expert and you are calling somebody else, you can actually use the same lines. Tweak the little. We'll come to that later on. So how do we start this whole conversation? You invited somebody to the webinar. The person attended the webinar or did not attend the webinar. You call the person. Did you attend the webinar? The person said, yes, I attended the webinar. Did you stay to the end of the webinar? The person said, yes, I stayed to the end of the webinar. Did you take the mastermind slot? The person said, no, I did not take the mastermind slot. That means he did not pay. When the person did not take the mastermind slot, what do? There are different ways you can handle them, right? Different ways you can handle them. You can ask him that simple question I don't ask you. Or you also ask the person, have you gone through the webinar? The person said, yes, I have. I've gone through the webinar. Question. He will either give you a positive response or a negative response. If the guy responds positively, you want to proceed as follows. Mr. Prospect, what do you like about this cash flow model? Or what do you like about our deep level strategy? Let him speak. Let him talk. What do you like about it? What do you like about it guides him to making the right decision, to making the positive responses that you want. I remember when we started network marketing initially, after showing the presentation, we want to ask people, what can stop you from signing up right away? Because we've done a very beautiful presentation, and we'll now come out and ask people, what can stop you from running this business right away? They'll say money. And then we'll find ourselves in a box. We are struggling to convince them that money is not a problem, this one, that one, because we're the one that attracted it ourselves. But what you want to ask them is not what will stop you, or what is the reason why you can't do this thing today. What you want to ask them is, what do you like about this cash flow model? What do you like about it? What do you like about it? Some can tell you they don't like anything about it. That's okay. But trust me, many of them will tell you what they like about it. When they tell you anything they like about it, what do you do next? You continue. That's amazing, Mr. Prospect. I knew you were someone who pays attention to details and spots opportunities. I knew you were somebody who pays attention to details and spots opportunities, right? That's quite interesting. So what you're doing there right now is that you're already making the person feel good. You're making him feel good. You're making him feel special. But you continue, Mr. Prospect. I've decided to submit myself to mentorship for the next 12 months and learn this system very well. I've decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. I've decided to use this system to break out of my cash flow challenges over the next 12 months. I know that both of us can really make use of extra cash flow in 2024. I know that. What you actually did is that you brought into your level. Forget that your pride. I know, me and you need the money in 2024. If you join me, we can do it together. If you don't join me, I will still do it nonetheless and transform my life. What you have done here is that you are giving him something to lose. The pain of loss sets in here. If you join me, we can do it together. We'll make that extra cash flow together. If you don't join me, I will still do it nonetheless. Now he's feeling he's going to lose something. So you give him an olive branch. What is the olive branch? Why don't you join me and give it a try for 12 months and let us create a miracle together? So you actually told him, you just give it a try. Let's do it for just 12 months. Why don't you join me and give it a try for 12 months and let us create a miracle together? What are the next steps towards getting you started right away? Let me tell you, if you say this to a reasonable number of people, many of them are going to join you. Even though they don't have the money, they will really want to join you. They will not just turn you down anyhow. I will send you guys these scripts so that you can use it and learn how to build your business. Now, what if the guy did not attend the webinar? What do you do? What if you invited him and he tells you, okay, I've not attended the webinar? What do you do? You proceed as follows. Can I ask you a question, Mr. Prospect? Can I ask you a question, Mr. Prospect? Yes, yeah, go ahead. You see, I invited you to this webinar because I respect you and I see you as a smart and forward-thinking person who pays attention to details. You can see what I just did. I sent you this, I invited you to this webinar, right? Invited you to join this webinar meeting because I respect you and I see you as a smart and forward-thinking person who pays attention to details. When you said that to somebody, the person will know, I have already fucked up. And then you continue. If I may send you an invitation for this webinar one last time, will you make out time and attend it this time? If you say, yes, I will. You will bring whatever excuse you want to bring. You continue, Mr. Prospect. This webinar is only 37 minutes long. 37 minutes. It is just a short webinar you can attend quickly. It is obviously not a heart transplant you are going for. So I'm sure you can make out time to attend it. Use the line. It is obviously not a heart transplant you are going for. So I am sure you can make out time to attend it. Use that language. You are not going for a heart transplant. You're not going for a liver transplant. You're not going for a kidney surgery. Let him know that it is a no-brainer. Because some people try to say, I don't have time, I'll be very busy, I'm not around this one. It is holding on your bloody phone for crying out loud. Now, I'm not telling you to tell them it's holding on your bloody phone. But that's the truth. You want to make them understand. We're not asking you to pay transport to anything. It is only going to be on your phone. You are still at home. All you did was just log into a meeting. It's only 37 minutes long. Will you attend the webinar this time around for sure? For sure. Everybody say we should use for sure. Will you attend it for sure? If he says whatever I want to say, let him speak. Let him speak. What we're doing is to make it important for him to attend the webinar. It's okay, yeah, I'll attend the webinar. It's okay, great. So what you're saying is that if I call you back by 7:40 p.m., since the webinar is 7 p.m., if I call you back by 7:40 p.m., you would have gone through the webinar with us for sure, right? The guy says yes. So great. I am going to resend you the link, right? Register for the webinar. You will receive an email. When it is time, go to the email, just click on the link in the email. It will take you straight to the webinar meeting. I will talk to you after it. Very simple. Will you do that? The guy says yes. And you go ahead. So that's how you handle the person who has not watched the webinar. So I've shown you how to handle the person who has watched the webinar. Let me take you through again, handling the person who has not gone through the information, who has not watched the webinar you sent him, who has not attended the webinar. If you have not attended the webinar, what do you do? Very simple. Can I ask you a question, Mr. Prospect? I want you guys to take today to go through these scripts over and over again. I will send it out. I don't expect you to learn everything and cram everything. but understand the mindset, understand the flow, so you can use that thing as you speak to people. The man with the market makes the money. The man, this is called workshop. In this business, your mouth is your workshop. Where man they work, and their man they shop. Your mouth is your workshop. Keep it open. They say a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If your mouth is not open in this business, you're not going to make money. You cannot succeed. So you want to make sure that your mouth is moving. You want to make sure that people are hearing about this business from you. Because the truth is, if they don't hear it from you, they will still hear it from another person. The Bible says that even stones can be raised to become descendants of Moses, of Abraham. So when the person has not gone through the webinar, what do you do? So we've got the reason we're doing this is so that you don't waste your people. If I open the webinar analytics and I show you people, the registrations of people that you have registered into the webinar, the people that have attended, many of them, 100%, 100%, 100%, they've attended the webinar fully. Problem is, you have not followed up on them, with them. You're not following up. So I'm teaching you how to follow up. So I want you to learn how to follow up and use it. And I will give you the scripts. Learn to use it to follow up on these people. It's very simple. So the man has not gone through the webinar. He registered, but he did not attend, right? He registered, he did not go to his email to click. That's what we tell you. He's not just sending them the webinar. Tell them, go to your email by 7 p.m. You will see the message from us, Deep Leverage Systems. Click on it, and the webinar link will be there. Open and join. Even after the webinar is done, they will still receive a replay. But the idea behind the replay is that in the replay, they can be able to fast forward it. We don't want them to be able to fast forward. So book them to go attend another one. So when the man has not gone through the information, what do you ask him? Can I ask you a question, Mr. Prospect? Can I ask you a question, Mr. Prospect? You see, yeah, sure, go ahead. You start with a sentence. I sent you this webinar. I sent you the link to this webinar because I respect you. And I see you as someone that is smart and forward-thinking person who pays attention to details. I see you as a smart and forward-thinking person who pays attention to details. What you did there was to give him a praise. You praised him. You elevated his profile, right? If I resend you this link one last time, will you make out time to attend this webinar by 7 p.m. today? Will you make out time to attend this webinar by 7 p.m.? You've already praised him. I'm definitely sure the person will tell you he will attend. Yes, he can tell you he will not attend. No big deal. You continue. Mr. Prospect, this session is only 37 minutes short. It is 37 minutes short. Don't say 37 minutes long. We are making them understand. It's a psychological game you are playing, right? The language of rich people is different from the language of the poor people. You must control the language. Use the right language, right? That gets people into a hypnotic state where they don't even know that they're doing what you want them to do. Mr. Prospect, this information is only 37 minutes short. When you see 37 minutes long, you begin to look at it as one long meeting. But when you say 37 minutes short, you guys say, okay, it's not even long, just 37 minutes short, right? It is a quick training you can go through. It is obviously not a heart transplant you are going for. So I am sure you can make out time for it. It's not a heart transplant. For those people who make themselves look so busy, so unapproachable, it's just 37 minutes long. Everybody has 37 minutes on earth. From the president to Dangote to whoever, everybody has 37 minutes. You can also use that line. Mr. Prospect, I understand you are busy, right? But the simple truth is, from the richest man in the world to a baby born today, any human being can bring out 37 minutes. Anybody can bring out 37 minutes. It is not a heart transplant, right? So I'm sure you can make out time for it. So if I send you the link, will you register and attend the webinar by 7 p.m. for sure, for sure? For sure, for sure. Let him speak for as long as he likes. You keep quiet. When you ask a question, you keep quiet. Let him speak. Okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, blah, 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 blah. I will try to attend. When somebody tells you I'll try to attend, what do you want to tell the person? Mr. Prospect, I am happy you want to try, but I need you to understand that if somebody saying the word try is an upfront excuse to not do what you are supposed to do. The word try does not have commitment behind it. So we don't do tries, right? If you want to attend, tell me you will attend. If you will not attend, no big deal at all. You can be either give me an outright yes or an outright no, but nothing in between. So will you make out time to attend? For sure, for sure. If he says yes, you continue. So what you are saying, Mr. Prospect, so what you are saying, Mr. John, is that if I call you by 7:39, if I call you by 7:40, you would have gone through the entire webinar, correct? Yes, yes. Say great. So based on that, you tell him, I'm sending you the link right now. Just go through the webinar. When you are done, I will discuss with you. I'll call you when you are done and let us take it from there. So when you call him this time around and he has gone through it, the first part is what you're going to go through with him, right? And then the final part, what if they have watched the webinar and they react negatively? What do? The first one I told you, they watched and they reacted positively. The second one did not watch the webinar or did not even finish the webinar. You take it that way with them. The third one, they have watched the webinar and they reacted negatively. How do you proceed? How do you proceed? When somebody has gone through the system and the person is reacting negatively, how do you proceed? Mr. Prospect, kindly allow me to share my thoughts and feelings with you for just 3 minutes. It may not make much sense to you, but at least I would have gotten it off my chest. Right. You see the script I'm going to send you guys. Carry it, read it, digest it. You will become a master closer. You will become a master closer because these are the initial things. This is what scares a lot of people. Because at this stage, you've not even started handling objections, right? Forget about the objections for now. Let us get them interested in getting started immediately. Objections will come. You will learn how to handle objections later on. You will learn how to become a professional. But as you learn it, what are the core things that you want to learn? Everybody who joins your business needs to take this script and digest it and learn it. This 3-page script I will send you will make you rich. This 3-page script will make you fantastically successful. This 3 pages will make you exceptionally explosive. How do you react? How do you respond when the person reacts negatively? Mr. Prospect, can you allow me to share my thoughts and my feelings with you for just 3 minutes? Can I just get 3 minutes of your time? Right? It may not make much sense to you, but at least I will have gotten it off my chest. Remember, he had reacted negatively. What do you continue? What do you say? You continue. Your lack of interest in this business is totally fine, Mr. Prospect. It's totally fine. I respect your opinion. I see you as a smart and forward-thinking person. That's why I sent this video to you. Or that's why I invited you to this webinar in the first place. Since you said you are not interested in the model, it is totally cool with me. I'm okay with it. Mr. Prospect, even though you're not cool with this business model, I just think you should know that I have decided to submit to mentorship for the next 12 months and learn this system very well. You see, I've gone back to the same thing I said at the beginning. I have decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. I have decided to use this system to break out of my cash flow challenges in the next 12 months. I know both of us can really make use of the extra cash in 2024. If you join me, we will do it together. If you don't join me, I will still do it nonetheless and transform my life. Why don't you join me and give it a try for 12 months and let us create a miracle together? Mr. Prospect, what is the way forward towards getting you started right away? Now, guess what? He attended, but he didn't like it. He came up with said something negative. I did not even address his negative thing. Probably I don't like it, it's a scam, I don't have money, whatever it is. I did not even address it. I went straight to sell my vision to him and I asked him to join me. Why don't you give it a try for the next 12 months and let us create a miracle together? What is the way forward to get you started right away? Very simple. So by this time, the person might have some rethinking. But if this time the person is still negative, what you want to do is to ask him his challenges. Find out the challenges, right? And once it tells you the challenge, schedule him for a 3-way call with your upline to do the final close down. So what are the challenges? He's going to ask, if whatever he's saying, right? You're not going to ask him the challenges, but let him say it. So when you ask him, why don't we get you, what is the way forward to get you started right away? Say, but I don't have the money to start the business. I don't have the time. I don't have this. I don't want to do this. Blah, blah. Whatever it is he's saying, pencil it down, write it down, right? Record it down in your diary. Use your diary to track your business. And the next thing you want to do is to set him up for a 3-way call. Okay, you know what? Like I said to you, I have decided to submit to mentorship for the next 12 months using this system, right? So I don't have all the answers you need, but what we're going to do is this. I will schedule you for a 3-way call with one of my leaders, so I can also learn from him, and he will take your questions and also give me more information in the course of doing it. Is that okay? Yes. Can we do that? Yes. You schedule him for a 3-way call with your leader. Let your leader do the final close down. Very simple. You want to also put them in a prospecting funnel. Keep sending them tools like our success pictures, success stories, alerts if you have, motivational quotes, videos, etc. Right? You want to learn the phrase, what is the way forward towards getting you started right away? What is the way forward? 5 words. What are the next steps we need to take towards getting you started right away? What are the next steps we need to take? You are putting the ball back in his court for him to make this commitment by himself. This is a way anybody can follow up. I'll take the last one again, right? I'll take the last one more time. When somebody has gone through the webinar and reacts negatively, did not like it, did not like what we're doing, or say it's a scam, I don't like it, blah, 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 I don't want to do it. I don't have time, or whatever it is. Now, there are other things that can be added to this to make it more juicy, but use this as it is for now. Mr. Prospect, kindly allow me to share my thoughts and feelings with you for just 3 minutes. It may not make much sense to you, but at least I would have gotten it off my chest. Your lack of interest in this business is totally fine, Mr. Prospect. I respect your opinion. You want to respect your opinion. I see you as a smart and forward-thinking person, and that's why I sent you the video, the link, the webinar link in the first place. Since you said you're not interested in the model, it is totally cool with me. Totally cool with me, no problem, no big deal at all. Mr. Prospect, even though you're not cool with this business, with this model, I just think you should know that I have decided to submit to mentorship for the next 12 months and learn the system very well. I've decided to transform my life over the next 12 months using this system. I've decided to use this system to break out of my cash flow challenges in the next 12 months. I know both of us can really make use of extra cash flow in 2024. If you join me, we can do it together. If you don't join me, I will still do it nonetheless and transform my life. So why don't you join me and give it a try for 12 months? And let us create a miracle together. What is the way forward towards getting you started right away? It is at this point he will tell you, okay, let me think about it, or okay, let me do for the money, or bring whatever objection he wants to bring. This is the time where if you don't know how to handle objections, you want to put him in contact with a person to handle the objection. 3-way call with your leader. And you want to record all the conversation. You can tell him clearly, okay, you know what? I have my senior colleague. I would love to help me answer some of these questions we have, right? Because like I said, I'm under mentorship for the next 12 months to learn. So is it okay if I just organize a short, call so that he can take your questions? Say yes, no problem. Arrange it. Let me tell you guys, the best 3-way call is either a Zoom meeting or a video call. If you want to do that, make sure that you arrange with a person and make sure your background is good, your location is good, your background of a leader is good, and his location is good. The other person's background and location does not really matter. What matters is that your own is better than their own, right? And you package yourself. If you're a lady, make yourself up very well, nice hair, look sharp. Don't just rush into a video call without preparing yourself. And then you do the close down. Because if you're doing a video call, they're putting a face to the name. You're more likely to close somebody with a Zoom or video call than you can with a regular call. So you package yourself and then you keep them alive. Even if they don't start up, keep them alive in your prospecting funnel. And you keep on following up on them by sending them tools like our stories, success stories, pictures, alerts, motivational quotes, right? Motivational videos, things like that to keep them in the pipeline. So if you follow this system, you can be able to close anybody you like, right? Now, you see, when sell meetings are going on, it is important to pay attention and not be typing your problems in the business. We're going to tell you, type your problems at a time when we're doing, when we're doing interactive sessions. Then you can bring in your problems. But when sell meeting is going on, it's not the time to be typing the problem you are having. Pay attention, because the problem you're having could have been explained during the course of the meeting, but you were busy typing and you missed it. It is not the time. When we say, okay, any question, then you can type the problem you are having. So somebody asking, is this applicable to cold markets, either Facebook or radio? Yes, it is applicable. It is applicable. Because if that cold market person asks you a question, you won't even be able to handle it if you're not sharp. So you want to place yourself as somebody, not as the expert, right? As somebody who is still learning, but there's a way we tweak that. I will also tweak that and let you know how you can use that for your cold market very well. But even this works on the cold market. Even this works on the cold market. So somebody said, what about those who have signed up into the business but hardly show up for meetings? How do I get my downlines to always attend the meetings? I will not sign up for that class. I will not sign up for that class. I will tell you a story. It is written in the Bible. It's called the parable of the sower. Everybody listen carefully. The parable of the sower. Jim Rohn gave an explanation of that parable, and I want to tell you what Jim Rohn said. The parable of the sower says that a sower went out to sow, and he was scattering his seeds. I didn't understand the essence of how they scatter seeds while sowing, because I know that in Nigeria here, we dig the ground, we open the ground, we put the seed, we close it, we open another, we put, we close. But when I traveled to Mauritius, I saw people farming, just spraying seeds on the ground and moving their way. And there were birds everywhere. I was wondering, will even one even sprout? Birds everywhere. So then I understood what that meant. So the sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seeds fell along the wayside, fell along the road. And the Bible says the birds came and ate those seeds, right? First of all, anybody who is going out to sow, first of all, the first thing they do is they select the good seeds. They select good seeds. So it is the good seeds they went to sow. They used to go to sow rotten seeds. Network marketing, our business, network marketing is very good. It's a good seed we are sowing in people. But there's some seeds fell along the wayside. And what happens to those seeds? The birds came and ate them. Who are the seeds that fell along the wayside? You will run a presentation, right? You will run a presentation and people will come in, they will see the presentation, but they will not sign up. They're not interested. It fell on the wayside, right? People say, you want to go and attend the network marketing meeting? No, don't go there. I know those people, it doesn't work. The seeds fell on the wayside. The birds ate the seeds. The birds ate the seeds. Now, the birds ate the seeds. You have two options. Option number one, chase the birds. So, Patricia, that's what you're talking about, right? You want to start chasing the birds. This person did not attend the meeting. Let me chase this person. Let me do this. Let me go and deal with the person that making them not attend the meeting. You are doing what nobody sent you. I will not sign up for that class. I will not sign up for that class. Nobody sent you. The birds have already taken them away. It did not bear fruit. Option number two, keep on sowing. What a lot of people do in our business is they sowed and it fell and birds ate the seeds, right? In fact, this one is not even sown because it didn't even get to the point of where it's going to germinate or bear fruit. They invited people and nobody showed up. The birds ate their invitation. What happened? You stop sowing. You give up. You will not have anything to reap, right? You will not have anything to reap. So we've not even gotten to your level in Patricia. These are the people who even just show up. I mean, they don't even show up. No, you want to attend network marketing presentation? You're going for Zoom meeting. That's Zoom meeting. I know them now. It's not the person does not show up. A lot of people even quit at that level. You attempted once, twice, 3 times to invite, and because nobody attended, you've extrapolated the next 10 years of your network marketing business based on the fact that 2 people did not show up, you invited, and you feel the business is not working anymore. You can't do the business does not work, and you quit. You're a quitter. But guess what? You keep on sowing. Keep on sowing. Some seeds, as you kept on sowing, say some seeds fell on loose soil. Some seeds fell on loose soil. And they sprouted. They germinated. But guess what? Because they had no roots, on the first hot day, they withered and died. So the message of our business you are taking will also fall on loose soil, right? It will fall on loose soil. It has no roots, on sandy ground. These are people that will see the business and they will sign up into the business. They will sign up into the business. They will come, they will attend. Oh, they are hyped up. I am going to go to the top. I will buy a BMW. I will build a house for my mother. I will do this. The moment they get home, dream killers see them and they laugh at them once. You sign up into network marketing. They don't catch you. Or they tell them, that thing, I can't do that thing. It's business is beneath me. It is not my thing. They look at themselves, they say, no, now I'm finished. And guess what they start doing? They start bringing all sorts of reasons why they want their money back. It fell on loose soil. What did the farmer do? In the sower, the sower kept on sowing. The sower kept on sowing. He didn't stop. The Bible says that some seed fell among thorns, and it grew up. But he said the thorns choked them. What that means is that as you sow your business, it will fall. Some people will fall among thorns. It will grow up. They'll start doing things. But the moment they are faced with the problems of life, the Bible calls it those little things, those little distractions, little somethings, problems of life. Somebody dies and the person abandons their business completely because somebody died. I have people who have quit the business for that reason too. Somebody died and the person died. Weeks after the person died, this person did not show up. Not even a sibling, not even a sibling. Yes, we know you are close to your relatives, but then if you work in a bank, will you stop going to the office because somebody died? It's all bothered to disrespect of the business. Somebody said, I need to look for money to feed my family. And because of that, you quit the business that is expected to give you what you need to feed your family. The tongues choked them. The tongues choked the message. So many types of tongues that you can meet can be returns from rejection. They quit the business. But the Bible says the sower kept on sowing. Sower kept on sowing. And he said, finally, some thorns fell on good soil. Finally. And they germinated, they grew, and they produced fruits. But there are 3 lessons. Some produce in 30 folds, some produce in 60 folds, Some produce in 100 folds. Some produce in 100 folds. 3 lessons. What are the lessons? Lesson number 1. Some of your teammates will produce in 30 folds. Work with them to the best of their ability. Not to the best of your ability. The best of your ability can chase them away. You might be somebody working at level 100 and your teammate came in and is producing at level 30. Work with him at level 30. That's why we have the EAPs. We don't push people. Imagine active partner. We don't force them. Work with them at that level. Any level they bring, work with them. I want to show up as a part-timer, work with them like that. I want to show up as a full-timer, work with them at that, like that. Our engagement structure gives them the ability to select how long they want to work on their own. Once a week, no problem. Part-timer. Spare timer. Twice a week and above, no problem. Part-timer. Even as a part-timer, how many times do you want to come? What time do you want to come? Record everything. Full-timer, no problem. Choose what you want. Work with them to the best of their ability. Because your ability might make more than their own ability. Some trees, some fruits grow in 60 folds. Work with them to the best of their ability. You are the leader. It is you who have to raise your standard to meet their own, if their own is more than your own. But if they are operating at a lower level, come to their level and work with them at their level. If they are operating at a higher level, challenge your weaknesses and raise yourself. It is your business you are building. They are your downlines. Some will produce at 100 folds. Work with them to the best of their ability. To the best of their ability. Some can come in and say, you know what, I just want to be using the product. Fine. If I have 100, 500 people using 260 spots every month, 500 people using 270 spots every month, I make a lot of money. We're going to talk about using the product, about maintenance, which many of you have forgotten. Next week, we'll talk about that. Use the products. If you want to be selling the product, good. Sell the product. If that's their calling, work with them that way. You will also find people that will become business builders. Work with them that way. That's the parable. And this will help you understand that no matter how hard you try, many people will not do what needs to be done. Now, let me tell you one thing about that parable too that many people don't get. I got this from Pastor T.D. Jakes once. A lot of people think the parable of the sower is all about the seeds. Now, let me tell you something. The parable of the sower is more about the environment than about the seeds. I will explain to you. No farmer goes to sow with bad seeds. Even though we're talking about where the seeds fell, it is the environment that the seeds fell that determined the produce, the seed of the farm. If the farmer took his seeds and went to fertile ground, dug the ground, put it inside closed, dug, put it inside closed, he will get more produce than somebody who was just spraying it anywhere. It's all about the environment. The environment determines the produce. The environment determines the quality of the produce. If you sow in rich soil, you will reap rich harvest. If you sow in poor quality soil, you will reap poor quality harvest. If you sow among thorns, your output will be choked. If you sow on loose soil, it will not have stability. On the first windy day, it will be blown away. If you spray on rocky grounds, the bird will come and eat them. So your environment matters. So you want to be conscious of the environment where you sow the seeds of your business if you want to build a formidable business. And that's why I've taught people, I said, go out and meet people. I gave you guys something the other day. Go out and meet people. The kind of people you want in your business, go and meet them face to face. Hello, my name is so-and-so. You look super sharp. I'm on a mission to make 5 super friends today. Can you be my friend number 1? That's the kind of person you want in your business. But he says, no, I won't be your friend number 1. Oh, no problem. God bless you. You move to the next person. Hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm on a mission to meet 5 super sharp friends today. And can you be my friend number 1? I say, oh yeah, sure, we can be friends. So how are you doing? My name is this. I represent the Diamond Project. We show people alternative ways they can raise funds to start a business, fund a business or fund project without dropping loans, without dropping collateral, without paying back interest rates. What do? You ask him what he does. You say, okay, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's amazing. Why don't we share contacts so that one of these days we can find a way of doing deals together, of doing business deals together? You want to end with that, doing business deals together, right? Let's exchange contacts so that one of these days we can find ways of doing business deals together. We exchange contacts. You give your number, you put it, I'm saving your name is this, you save his name very well. Okay, save my own right now. I just flashed you, save my own right now. Complete the transaction. From beginning, you introduce yourself, you get him to introduce himself, you get his number, save his number and everything, you go. When you go back home, you send me a chat. Hey, John, how are you doing? Nice meeting you today. I mean, you're one of the greatest friends I met today. God bless you or something like that. You will raise people who have the qualities of the good soil. so that you're not outside there moving up and over the place, and then you are meeting people who cannot do the business with you. Let me tell you guys something. How many disciples did Jesus Christ have? How many of them? How many disciples did Jesus Christ have? Go to the church and type the answers. Go to the church and type the answers. How many? Jesus had 12 disciples. How many did we hear him call? How many of them, out of the 12, how many of them were closest to him? How many of them were closest to him? Many of them came as a result of others. Now, listen carefully. Look at some of the disciples of Jesus. We have Simon Peter, right? And then we had Andrew, was Peter's brother. We had James. James is called the son of Zebedee. Then we had John. John is the brother of James. Then we had Philip. We had Bartholomew. We had Matthew, Thomas. We had James himself, who is the son of Alphaeus. We have Thaddeus, who is the son of James. Of course, Simon the Zealot, Judas Iscariot. Now, it's not the biblical class. But what I want you guys to understand is this, that out of the disciples of Jesus, there were just, how many of them that were close to him? Three. There are two of them were the sons of Zebedee. Three of them were close. James, John, and Peter. When he went for transfiguration, three of them were there. When he went for to the garden, he took the three of them again. The others were there. He took three of them further. Peter, James, and John. Those guys were his mastermind groups. He had three disciples, but he had 12 disciples, three closest. And from those three, most of them came. There were people that said, I will follow you. He told them not to follow him. Foxes have holes, birds of air have nets, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. Don't follow me. Why is this so? Because you need to understand that it is not everybody you need in your team. You don't need everybody in your team. You need to look for the people that will do the most in your team. Some of them will come later on. Some of them you will even recruit later on, not now that you are building. Just like he later recruited Saul, who became Paul, who did even more than all of them. So I want you guys to go back and look at the environment where you plant your seeds. If you sow on rich soil, you will reap rich harvests. If you sow and recruit people who come with ultravas, you will be getting ultravas-like people joining your business over and over again. If you are sowing where you have student pack or where you have the access pack, it is access pack people you are going to be getting. Your direct referral bonus will continue to be 35, 35, 35. So upgrade your prospecting environment. Try going to malls and make friends. Go to cinema, make friends. Go to car wash, make friends. Go to places where you can see high quality people, make friends. Go to nice joints, make friends. See, look at somebody, you like the person, you see that, hi, my name is so and so. I'm on a mission to make 5 sharp super friends today, right? I see you're somebody who looks sharp and forward-thinking. Can you be my friend number 1? What would the person tell you, yes or no? But you say, yeah, no problem, no problem. I say, my name is so and so, right? I represent the cash flow catalyst. I represent the Nigerian Business Mastery Group. I represent whatever your business team is. And then we show people alternative ways to raise funds to start their businesses, fund projects without dropping collateral, without taking interest rates, right? And helping people become the ultimate versions of themselves. May I know what you do? So, okay, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. You see, whenever you have the opportunity to introduce yourself, never just say, I'm a network marketer. No, never just use one word. That's an opportunity for you to sell. If you don't sell, you wasted the perfect opportunity. Tell them what you do. The guy goes, oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah. Can we exchange contact? One of these days, we find a way of striking business deals. And you give him your contact, he gives you his contact. You save in front of him. As you're saving in front of him, save his name. Tell him, save my own. Save it right away. Save. And he saves it immediately. When you go home, you send him a chat. You establish communication. You make friends. When the time is right, you invite him to see the business. That's how it's done. That's how you network and get the right environment. If you're not doing it, you are resisting mentorship. And that is why your business is struggling. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. I believe you've gotten some very good information on how to close and also how to get the kind of people that are closable. A person who is closable is a person that has the money and the interest. You close him down, right? But if you do your presentation and people don't have money and no interest, then it becomes a problem. So let us use this system and let us go get these things to work, right? Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you.